And welcome back. It's a Wednesday morning. We're having strange people who are appearing on social media boasting about the so-called alleged benefits of an EV or a Tesla or whatever. And they say it's a lot more cheaper to run a traditional car. The problem is, if you have to depend on a public charger, obviously you're going to be charged more per kilowatt hour. For example, 90 cents a kilowatt hour here in Italy if you go to a public charger. And if you are lucky at home to have your own home charger, you probably pay 9 cents a kilowatt hour. Slowly they will introduce smart meters, and the smart meters will calculate if you're using too much electricity, and you can be automatically cut off for that. Regarding the battery life of these vehicles, is depending how you charge it. They say it will last for about 10 years. I think it's a lot more shorter than that, because the capacity of a lithium battery probably is around about 5% a year, loses its capacity of charging. And regarding the cost of the replacement batteries, they say in the future they will come down in price. They don't come down in price because the materials are very expensive. It's a very complex mechanism, and prices will remain high, and they will tend to go up. Seeing they have the monopolies of the market regarding parts and services. And when it comes to servicing your vehicles, can be very, very expensive. You can say, "Oh, I've only got a few parts." Well, those few parts are very expensive. For example, if you want to replace your screen in your Tesla, it's going to cost you about $2,000 just for that. And let alone the person you have installing in it. So that's another myth you can forget about. They're going to be very, very expensive things to repair. I've seen in the last tendencies, electric vehicles, they tend to be more, have more troubles with the vehicle itself, software and hardware, poor workmanship quality, catching fire, all that stuff. And saying regarding an EV like a Tesla, Cybertruck, no one will steal it. Who's going to steal it? Probably in the future, because there'll be a parallel black market probably for parts. And plus, obviously, you can't steal it if it's got a flat battery. If you don't charge it, you won't be able to have access to it, because it's all electronic and electrics. And another thing is, seeing there's a lot of electronics, computers and GPS connections and Wi-Fi stuff, it can be more easily prone to be hacked or carjacked. Someone who has got very good computer knowledge can enter in the system and bypass all the security protocols. Nothing is failable. There's always a weak spot, and they can come in and break in and take away your car, and they probably can even use it for criminal activities or carjacking, or launch these vehicles against densely populated people. Because one of those things, when it catches speed, it maintains its velocity. It's like a train, non-stop train, on its tracks. It's unstoppable until it then hits something, people, a building or whatever. Electric cars, if you have the money and the place at home to charge it and keep it, it probably may be a good investment for you, but don't think it's a long-term investment on a long run, because seeing the demand of electricity is going to go up if they're going to go on a mass scale, these things. And I think there will be very few people who have electric cars. We're talking about the well-off, considering how much electric cars which no one wants to buy are very, very expensive. And we hear a lot of problems of faulty workmanship and assembly techniques on these vehicles, poor quality. And regarding Hackgate, regarding, was it around about 800,000 Volkswagen electric vehicles which were sold, all of a sudden, basically, the owners of these vehicles were put on the web. Who they are, what they're doing, what their daily routine is. So all these cameras and God knows what things inside, it's just only for some hacker or even a dystopian government in the future to control you. If they don't like what you say or who you are, your electric car, they can switch it off just like that, due to you not following government narratives. That's in the pipeline. And obviously electric cars, they want to destroy private ownership practically, because it will become so expensive to own a car. They will make you use alternative ways, by bike or public transport. The problem is, if you don't live in the city centre, and for motives you need to travel, you're going to go by foot, take a taxi or whatever. And plus, public services will be jam-packed. They already are. Inefficient and expensive.